fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1320. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Kelly. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Off play action. Knox. Over the middle, complete. That's Watts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the run, it's Kelly. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Gator.
Off the play fake. Knox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Operating from the gun. Knox. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. Crowder. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll go on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Golden Eagles, nothing.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Knox. Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll run on first down. Crawford. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready. 10 over.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Ready.
Back to throw. Knox. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Over the middle, complete. That's Baker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a gain of 34. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
60 Pittsburgh. Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Knox. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Crawford. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. On third down, Croder. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, Craig. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now back to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Watt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jimenez. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. From the gun on third down, Knox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You ready? 56. Check 56. Who that? Right. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Knox. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watts. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's complete to Watt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On the catch, it's Crowder.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run on first down. It's Craig. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
They drive some people.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 1:09 to play. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
2nd and 14. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Knox got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Knox. Throw left side complete. That's Watts. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
There we go. There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it. There you go.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.